Hi, welcome to Oil Like channel. I'm Whitey, and today I'm going to review the film 13 Ghosts. This is something I didn't just watch. I'm going back a little ways, but I've seen it more than once, so I think I've got a pretty good feel for it for you. So 13 Ghosts stars Matt Lillard, who's a phenomenal actor, does a great job in this film. Tony Shalhoub, who's likable. I'm forgetting the girl's name, the teenage girl's name. She was in Jail, Stop, Strike Back, a bunch of movies. She's fair. And then a whole lot of nothing. I'm sorry, but beyond that, there's a guy who plays a lawyer in this film who I think does a good job. Whose name I'm not going to look up. And then Homeboy who plays the villain does a good job. But you have Matt Lillard, Tony Shalhoub, a couple people, and then nobody. It's not a great film, basically, 13 Ghosts. But it's an interesting film. It's an interesting concept. It came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. Matt Lillard was young, healthy, and sexy at the time. I got a man crush on that dude. He's a really good actor. But he was excellent in SLC Punk, for example, among things. He's gone on to do a lot of stuff since. But he plays a guy at the very beginning of the film. You have a dude whose name on space. It'll come to me in a minute. Who's like the bad guy. He's like this eccentric millionaire, kind of like a mad scientisty character who's trying to capture 13 ghosts. Da 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 da. And it's a combination of science and then like spells and stuff. So you'll have like this cage, looks like a bulletproof kind of chamber type of deal with the, maybe some electronicness to it, and then spells written on it. And the objective, you got the millionaire, you got Matt Lillard, who's like a psychic. He can like touch somebody, be like, and see their future or some kind of thing. It's not something he can control, but like he touches the ground and he can sense ghosts in the area, stuff like he can. He can't see them, and we'll get to that in a minute, but he can sense them. So he's like the hunting dog being sent by the millionaire guy, and then he's got just a platoon of goons. And the first scene, they go to a junkyard to take on this really big, bad, muscular ghost type dude, the Juggernaut or something. And then they're going to lure him into these contraptions I was talking about earlier to trap him, and then a something. At that point in the film, you don't know what the plan really is. And then two political activists, two like Greenpeace political activist types show up. What you're doing is wrong, man. Let the ghosts be free, man. And then the Juggernaut wipes out a bunch of the henchmen, kills one of the Greenpeace activist types, and then takes out the millionaire eccentric dude. Why I'm blanking on his name, I have no idea. Good actor. Anyway, so flash forward, you go to Tony Shalhoub and his family, and he's got a young, I'd say about preteen, maybe late, like third, fourth grade elementary school. He's got a Bart Simpson-esque kid. He's got a hot teenage daughter, and then a black lady who's the nanny, which is like token black person. And so there's a line. He finds out the lawyer guy comes to visit him, and then when his uncle, that guy was his uncle, Uncle Cyrus, and this is Tony Shalhoub, whatever his name was. And Tony Shalhoub is a math teacher. I think that's all they say. Third grade, fifth grade, high school. Doesn't make a lot of money. There was a fire, you find out, that killed his wife. Kind of sapped everything. He's got, he's living paycheck to paycheck. And so here's this down on his luck schlob school teacher with his two kids he's struggling to support. But he can afford the nanny or something? So it's basically we need a black person in the film. And instead of being like a black person with glasses that reads books, she's all hip hop and flavor. So there's literally a scene later where she's like, "What do these buttons do?" And it's making rap sounds like turntables, and you're just like, so it's pretty fucking awful at times. But there's some redeeming elements to it. It's kind of interesting. So as it turns out, when Uncle Cyrus passed away, Tony Shalhoub and his family are going to inherit his house. And as a bug. And that so they go to this house, but instead of it being like a two-story in the burbs, it's all see-through windows. It's like those contraptions. It's all like looks like bulletproof glass. And then on the inside, there's a lot of gears and shit that turn and shift and all this stuff. And they walk in there like, wow, which room is my room? And then the girl's like, I hope the bathroom's in the basement because there's no walls. They're like see through. And it's like, nobody would have that reaction. Everybody would look at that and be like, fuck no, I'm out of here. Instead, of course, it's like, we need to split up and find Timmy. And it's like, no, you don't. You really, really don't. You really, really don't. So anyway, Matt Lillard shows up with this weak as shit play about how he's the electrical guy and he needs to look at the fuse boxes. And then the lawyer's like, you're full of shit without saying it. But then Tony Shalhoub's like, yeah, come on in. I'm a retard. It's like, would you? Would you? But Tony Shalhoub's such a nice guy, you kind of buy it. I'll give him that. So they all go into the house. You got Matt Lillard, who used to work for the rich guy. He's under the guise of being the electrician. You got the lawyer who's there to fill out the paperwork to hand it the house to the family. And then you got the nanny lady, you got Tony Shalhoub, the older daughter and the younger son. And they all go into the house. And you're looking at the aesthetic of the house going, no fucking way. No way. And of course it's at night. And of course it's in the woods. And it's in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, no fucking way, man. I'd go, if I didn't own it, I'd go buy a shotgun and an AR-15 just to look at the place. So it's one of those suspend your disbelief types of deals. They go into the house, and then, of course, there's, long story short, there's 13 ghosts trapped in the basement. And the moment they, like, shut the door, that sets off a lever that clicks a switch that does a thing, the whole house starts moving, and it starts releasing the ghosts. And as they're wandering through the house, walls start to move, so where the hallway you just came through is now blocked off, and you're like, where do I go? And they didn't leave immediately. And it's just like, okay. Lawyer dude gets killed. Matt Lillard is acting his fucking ass off. Tony Shalhoub is likable, but kind of annoying, to be honest. Same thing with the family. The Bart Simpson kid is a complete wash. I don't know whose dick he was sucking to get work. Because he had to be somebody's nephew. There's no way in hell they auditioned 1,000 kids and got that kid. It's not realistic. So he was related to somebody and got that role, and it's just annoying all over the place. The nanny lady is supposed to be like hip hop and flavor, but she does a fine job with it. But we've seen it. It's always the token black guys like yo yo yo, wiggity wiggity, the white man hold me down, and you're just like, how many generations are we doing this for, you guys? Like, seriously, can we just have like a black dude that's just there, like Winston in Ghostbusters? You know, there's a solid paycheck in it. I'll believe whatever you tell me. That guy, give me that guy all day and all night. But not the hippity hoppity flippity floppity wiggity wiggy with the civil rights, yo. Why? So that's there. Everybody dies except for the Tony Shalhoub and his kids and the nanny. It's just like Jurassic Park. You know the lawyer's going to be the one who gets ate. So it's like, oh no, this wall moved over here. Oh no, we got to run over here now. Oh no, the little kid's in danger. Oh no. But you know they're going to be fine. And then they are. And then the ghosts aren't that intriguing or engaging. They're just there. They're just wandering around. Like one guy's coming down the hallway and he's got like spikes in his head. So it's like in another draft or something. Well, would have been cool, and there wasn't time for it because you need a black lady to be annoying, you need a teenage girl to be annoying, and you need the Bart Simpson character to be annoying. It'd have been nice. I'm just saying, would have been more fun. Get rid of those three characters. Except for maybe the teenage girl, because there's just one scene. Where her and Matt Lillard have a thing. And I'm like, why isn't that the movie? Put those two in the film Get rid of Tony fucking Shalhoub because he's a pain in the ass, and the lawyer, and a couple other like people, more like adults, got into the situation, and they have to survive this house. Okay, and then take 5 minutes for each one of those characters and be like, this is how they got killed. You know, like Frankenstein, like the townsfolk were chasing them down, and then they go, oh, I kind of feel for that guy in this situation, but that guy's just a psycho because they're all different personalities. You can see that, but it's just faces that are there, and you don't feel like. And they made the classic mistake of let's light this thing like it's straight out of if you watch the commentary on Aliens, game over, man, game over, that one. And the initial DP wanted to light everything very bright, like TV lighting, so you could see all the work that the craftsman had done to build the set. And then James Cameron's like, fuck you, it's got to be dark, it's got to be scary. Look, it's very, very dark. That's the way they need to go. That's a mistake they made. So they lit it very bright so you could see all the details that the craftsman put into building this thing. Only it's not as scary as it could be. And nothing about the details makes you give a flying fuck that they're there. It's not ominous. It's not nothing. It's just, it happens to be. And so had all these ghosts been lit very dark, and they come out of a shadow, and they got all the same makeup and effects, you'd be like, fuck! Oh my god, instead it's really well lit, and it's like, that looks like a rubber suit. That guy's wearing a rubber suit. Those metal spikes are like rubber. They're the foamy stuff. You can tell. It's too well lit. And this dude's got like blood on his face, but it's like you can tell it's fake blood. It's the sugary shit. It's corn syrup. I can see it. It's too well lit. So if it was lit dark, all that same stuff would be spooky as fuck. Instead, it's like they took some dum-dums and made this stupid fucking movie. So there's some things it's like, man, if you just do this way, that could have worked. That could have been really fucking cool. And the whole time, Matt Lillard's acting his ass off. I like the lawyer character. I like the lawyer character better than Tony Shalhoub. Fuck off Tony Shalhoub. Fuck off Black Lady. Fuck off Bart Simpson. And give me that guy for an hour and a half. And him and Matt Lillard team up with the teenage girl. And her and the teenage girl got a thing. Give me that. And then a couple other people like that. But don't give me this family movie bullshit, because you gotta pick. You really gotta choose. You're making a family-friendly trip to the scary Halloween thing with dorky-ass outfits and someone's like, boo, little children. But it's not too scary, or it's scary. Flip a coin! Which one are you doing? So, either give me a goof, a light, the 5-year-olds peeing themselves. And that. Or it's an actual scary movie, but you can't fitty. There ain't no 50 Cent. So they tried to cut it down the middle, and the lawyer with. See the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So it came off more annoying with some interesting components to it. Basically, Matt Lillard. If you take Matt Lillard out of this film, I'm not even reviewing it. There's I like the lawyer character, but then they kill him off in 5 minutes, and so like there goes the second best part of the film. So if it's not for Matt Lillard, I don't give a shit about this. It's a shit show, 100%. But Matt Lillard is like, okay, I survived it because he was acting his ass off. My God. I wish I could go back and be like, Matt Lillard, dude, make some better career choices. You were so much better than this movie. But at the same time, he kind of held it together to the extent that it could be. So that's it. The good guys win, the bad guys die. They let the ghosts go free. Yeah. I didn't really care. I didn't really care about anything that's going on, but Matt Lillard's a good actor. So that's it here, 13 Ghosts. Go watch it. Or go watch SLC Punk with Matt Lillard. That's a good movie. See you guys on the next one. Communism sucks. Cheers.